School reform. This presentation will be shared with teachers around Baldwin County. What is school reform? School reform is efforts that are being made to improve schools. There are different types of school reform, such as standard-based reform, comprehensive school reform, and student-centered reform. The first handout that you will receive today explains similarities and differences between these. What do teachers need to understand about school reform? The goal of education reform is to support teaching and learning. It is to support you as an educator. How can educators stay informed about school reform? Follow blogs on Twitter. Here's a couple suggested Twitter handles for the U.S. Education Department and Education Week. Also, this is a good blog. These tools allow us to stay connected with other educators. Or you could join a Google Plus community. Connected Learning Google Plus community or Educators on Google Plus is a great way to build a network with other educators and collaborate and learn from different perspectives from around the globe. There are several informational texts about school and education reform that may provide some insight to you. Have a voice. It was for a long time teachers felt that they didn't have a voice in education reform, but with today's technology tools, we are allowed to collaborate, communicate, and have our voice heard. So take the opportunity to do that. We'll watch this short video on education reform.
Did you know that Americans without a high school diploma, compared to college graduates, are 3 times more likely to be unemployed? And even those with high school diplomas average 50% less in annual incomes than those with college degrees. But the gap between the educational haves and have-nots is vast and only growing wider. Take Jennifer, a 4th grader born into the poorest 20%. Without a college degree, she has only a 5% chance of reaching the top, compared to a 45% chance of staying in poverty. With a college degree, she's more likely to make it to the top quintile than to remain in the bottom. A quality education makes an enormous difference. But it'll be an uphill climb, because Jennifer's family will have fewer options for where she can attend school. Wealthier families can afford to live in better school districts or pay for private schools. Jennifer can only hope that the local public school is decent, or take her chances and try and get into a magnet school or a charter school. The truth is, our education system stacks the odds against the poorest children, like Jennifer. But here's the thing, it's not a spending problem. In inflation-adjusted terms, the average yearly spending per student from 1970 to today has more than doubled. Some of the cities in the United States with the most grinding poverty actually spend amongst the most per student. Since 1950, while the overall number of students has grown 96%, the total number of teachers and staff has grown 252 and a whopping 702% respectively. Jobs are opening for Miss Penny and Principal Jones, but it's not working for Jennifer. The problem with the American education system remains just that, the system. The way we pay for, organize, and regulate schools does not foster innovative and entrepreneurial solutions. School districts have become bloated bureaucracies that stifle creativity. Principals spend more time filling out paperwork and checking boxes on forms than acting as instructional leaders in their schools. Teachers have to teach to a narrowed curriculum to maximize scores on standardized tests. It's demoralizing, it's dehumanizing, and it hurts kids like Jennifer. The good news? We can change it. There are 3 big steps that we can take right now. First, we need to fund schools in a way that's flexible and lets Jennifer and her parents choose the educational environment that best fits their needs. Students today flow into schools in their geographic areas, and money flows to those schools whether they're serving kids or not. Vouchers and charter schools are better, allowing students to take funding to the school of their choosing and increasing competition. But even this system funds each child in a lump sum and requires each school to manage their students' entire education. A better system would make the dollars for each student flexible, so Jennifer and her parents could customize the best education for her. Course choice and course access programs allow them to divide up the money and spend it with various providers, getting her the help she needs with history or paying for Mandarin classes because she wants to go into business. Similarly, education savings accounts would help her pay for private school, for tutoring, or for speech therapy. And then she can roll over dollars year to year and can even put away unused dollars for college. Second, we need a better regulatory approach. The current system uses standards and formulas to hold Jennifer's school and teachers accountable to a one-size-fits-all definition of success. This slows innovation and stifles teacher creativity. We need to let parents vote with their feet. We also need a flexible, market-based system that relies on performance contracts, inspectors, or accreditors to hold educators accountable to many kinds of results. Third and finally, the new schools and education providers this system would create would need new sources of human and financial capital. They would need the freedom to rethink the roles and compensation of teachers and leaders, to retrain teachers for unique school environments, and to pursue new sources of capital through public and private financing. There are no silver bullets, but the best thing that we can do for students like Jennifer is to create a marketplace that unleashes education innovators and entrepreneurs. We should move from an education system to an education ecosystem, a vibrant, evolving marketplace of options that compete for Jennifer's dollars by showing better results for her future. It's pro-teacher, pro-principal, pro-family, pro-children, and it can be done. To find out more, check out my book on education and opportunity. For all the Jennifers out there, let's get to work.
So that's just one more perspective on education reform. What can we do to be the voice for our students, to make the best educational system for them? How will you participate in education reform conversation? The second handout that you'll receive today highlights some of the ways that I've mentioned today: Twitter handles, blogs, ways to get active, to become educated from different perspectives about education reform. Be involved and have a voice.